We're back, y'all. Welcome to us all in the proof, and we are
the Windy City Tasters.
Father and son.
Yes.
I know it's been a minute. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to thank all of our subscribers. We be getting subscribers left and right. We be getting a lot of comments saying, hey, where are you guys? Where y'all been? We ain't went nowhere. Of course, I've been everywhere. I've been around the country. I recently visited 50 state capitals, all 50 U.S. capitals, so I've been bouncing around the country. But I'm done with all the capitals, and now we're back to the show, and we got a lot of good stuff planned for you. We ain't going to tell you everything, but, you know.
Right.
My dad looking at that, he ready to drink.
This episode is about gin.
Yeah, and we're like, what is gin?
Yeah, what is gin? You know, and I don't know how many gin drinkers we have out there, but gin is a product made with juniper berries. It's a regular white spirit.
Or they call it neutral grain spirit.
Yeah, neutral spirit. Like most whiskeys are made with, vodkas and all that, made with a neutral spirit. And then from there they go into flavorings of oak cask, whatever. But gin, the thing that makes gin unique is those berries, the juniper berries.
Now, some people say, well, what are juniper berries? You'll see those bluish white berries on pine trees. I know that don't sound really appetizing. Like, I'm drinking pine needles and stuff.
Right.
You know, but it's chiefly from London, you know, England.
Right.
And there's a little bit of history on that, and Dad and I will go back and forth. Now, historically, we do our homework on the show, you know what I'm saying? So it says, according to cocktail expert Colleen Graham, if you ever see the show, Colleen Graham, shout out.
Hey, shout out. We
don't know where you are, but you know you're famous. But according to her website, gin was created by Dr. Franciscus Silvas. I may not be saying his name right. I'm sure someone else out there can help us out. But he was a 16th century Dutch chemist. And he created gin as an attempt to cleanse blood of those suffering from kidney diseases.
Wow, how about that?
Think about that.
They tried everything back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, think of how whiskey was medicine. Gin started off as medicine, and we just talked about juniper berries because he took the name gin from it's a French name, Genevieve.
Yeah.
And it's spelled Genivre, and from that it's turned to gin for short, and then over the years. And think about this: tonic and gin was originally used to treat malaria, and the quinine in the tonic water was used to treat malaria in Rome back in 1631. So this was used as medicine way back in the day, and I'm sure there's some people using it as medicine now after a hard day at work. You know what I mean? And another thing before I turn over to Dad is that King William III of England, way back in the day, since to ship stuff from France costs a whole lot of money, so he banned expensive exports of France. Coming from France.
Okay.
All the, I don't know if it was a tax on the imports or just but he banned anything expensive coming in from France. So that made gin to be cheap, just like they make moonshine. It was a cheap way during Prohibition. So they made gin because it was easy and cheap to make. They were plucking juniper berries. And,
right. The flavoring.
And so the gin was drank by a lot of poor people because it was just so easy and quick to make.
You heard the term bathtub gin.
Yeah, right? Bathtub gin. Right. So they were like, all right, kids, get out the bathtub. Daddy's got to start.
Right. So, we got about 8 or 9 gins we're going to taste today. And what makes them different is the initial ingredients that they use before they start distilling, the mash.
Right.
So, this gin tastes different from this gin. You say,
well,
if gin is just white spirit and juniper berries, why you got all the different gins on the shelf? Because Tanqueray has a different mash bill or ingredient bill than New Amsterdam, than Bombay, than Seagram's, like that. So you have your different flavor profile, just like in whiskey.
Right.
And then your extra dry gin was usually made for bartenders to use to make mixed drinks.
Right, because it had that bitterness.
Right. Because early gins were flavored with sugar. They were kind of sweet to make them palatable, make them easier to drink. But then they wanted to taste a bitter or sharper taste to give it that bite, so they reduced the sugar. And that he came up with your dry gin. People say dry, you got extra dry. So more bitterness come in, and usually most people take gin and mix it with a mixer, as we'll see pretty soon.
And think about that. You had a lot of movies where they had the shake and not stir martini.
Right.
And so extra dry gin became a style. Like, give me the extra dry gin over there, even if you don't know what it was.
Right.
They thought that was the thing to put in the top martini or the top cocktail, and you in a speakeasy or you in a cotton club. And trying to impress this woman, yeah, give me that extra dry over there.
Right.
Oh, he knows what he's talking about.
So the difference between regular gin and extra dry is the level of bitterness or lack of sweetness there is. Because you're gonna pick up your sweetness in your mixer anyway.
Right.
So that's all it is. So people say, give me a dry, give me extra dry, give me a dry on my tongue hanging out. Dry. So yeah.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see nothing like Sahara Desert dry gin. Just some stupid stuff.
Right. Then they have distilled gin. You might see that. Distilled gin is just gin that's been redistilled.
And to make it smoother.
Sometimes when you distill something once and then you redistill it twice, you'll see some products on the shelf, vodka and other ones saying 9 times distilled. They're trying to get that bitterness bite out of it and smooth it out. So
but you ain't gonna have a whole lot of flavor in some of those.
Right.
Some of them are just smooth.
Right. Because every time you redistill, you take out some of the flavor too. You getting out the bitterness. And you losing something, it's smoother, but it ain't
ain't got much flavor.
Yeah, right. It's not as flavorful as that first batch, but it's in the end result it's smooth. So some people like smooth versus the flavor profile.
Well, give me flavor all the time.
Right.
And some gins, they have their flavorings like they have different spices and that'll tell you.
Right.
They have stuff that's added as it's being distilled.
Right.
Some have it after it's distilled and then bottled. So it depends on how they want it to taste.
Lemon peel, orange peel,
coriander,
right?
Citrus pills.
What's that one you say with the A?
Anise.
Licorice, cinnamon.
Yeah, they do a lot of lemongrass because they do a lot of citrus, like citrus pills, to get that little.
Right.
That's part of the dryness. They want that bitterness.
If we know how to make, if A company know how to make gin and B company know how to make gin, we know juniper berries and juniper berries. How do I make my gin taste different than his? Well, then we start adding all those little secret ingredients or not so secret ingredients, orange and
throw a few acorns in there.
Right. They say cinnamon, licorice root, all kind of. So you'll see. So today is all about gin.
Yep. And you know what? Without further ado, we gonna get started. So don't y'all be going nowhere.
Right.
We finna be hanging out tonight.
Right. Here we go.
Yeah.
We just getting cranked up.
Yeah.
Because
we getting cranked up. And until next time, stay tuned.
It's all in the proof.